the master of the buy. With my wisdom and experience, I'm setting the pace, turning yard sale, junk into gold and in the race.
Oh, dear God, save me.
From the gods to glory, I'm on this journey, I'll learn and learn. With every find, I'll rock this reselling world with the Benedict style. Through the in the morning light, the sun.
What up? What up? We got the gang back together. This is
that intro was nice. It just lacked one thing.
I thought about it. I'm like, how did I not put Steve in there? What the fuck?
I've been MIA pretty much, so
that's what it is. I already wrote you off. I'm like, you know what?
fuck them. Sorry, now you're demonetized.
I got Tom's show canceled yesterday, right in the middle of it.
I saw in the chat what you guys were talking about. I didn't get a chance to watch though. Cha-ching already.
Yeah, that's a good one. It's Ninja Food pressure cooker, $75 plus shipping.
There you go.
Yeah, so I found and in an estate sale, I found a Gammo P23, a little air gun, and yeah, they didn't like it. They didn't. It looks. I mean, you get killed with this damn thing. It looks so real, and yeah. So it's.
I am trying
here for it.
Do the pop up chat here.
I know you're in. I know you're frozen in Pennsylvania, but
it is cold.
You need to learn how to use here and here. Hang it. We can't be having that. So let's see who's here with us this morning. Who's come to welcome Steve back? Tom, Craig, JT, Larry, Phil, Flip It Good, Tom, Liz, I don't recognize, but good morning, Anissa, Hank, Dave. I got all kinds of messages. What happened to the show? Yeah, it's a Gammo. It's a P23. I didn't know anything about it, so I just looked it up on. I do what you're supposed to do. I'm at an estate sale, and there's something I don't know anything about. You look it up. This ain't what. I guess Steve is gone. Steve decided he wasn't in the intro, so he said, "You know what? I'm out." James, good morning. CJ, morning. Ping, you get up early, Ping. Because if it's 8 o'clock here, does that make it like 6 o'clock there? His new nickname is One Nut. Oh, goodness. Ron, good morning. I have to behave today? No. I'm not going to do that. JT, it's 100% curiosity. It's the stuff that I pick up is so absolutely random. And my weakness is getting it. I'm going to dedicate myself to organization, but it's just too cold right this second. I don't know how you guys are. I don't know where it is on yours, but that's the temperature right now. I don't know how it can be 12 and feel like 20. That doesn't make any sense. It's 12, but it feels like 20.
I moved the monitor so the camera would be the right angle, and it shut my whole computer down because the cord is right. I have a problem. My desk is dirty, filthy, and got stuff on it, but it is -5 here, and it feels like -21. So,
I mean, it is brisk out there. So we're not used to this stuff, and so
when we were down there in North Carolina last week, it snowed down there. I was like, wow, it looked beautiful. I mean, it was beautiful. The whole trip down we went through West Virginia, Pennsylvania, and the snow on the mountains was beautiful. It was all caked on the trees, really nice. But when we got there and it snowed, I'm like, they shut everything down. I'm like, huh. Well, I kind of realize why they did it now, because first of all, they're in the mountains. Even though there's only a couple inches of snow, just getting down driveways and things is very.
Hey, can somebody please put Ron in timeout? We can't take that kind of negativity around here, Ron.
Is he talking to me or you?
Nah, he's talking to me.
No, because I mean, I have a problem myself. This desk is so full of crap in my office. It's a tiny little office. That's why. And I am a hoarder.
I'm just kind of trying to plan it out right now. It's just too cold. It's just absolutely too cold. I see some of my weaknesses. I don't take advantage of the entire shelf. I've got people messages with different sending me pictures of their set up, and that's that. It'll probably be a combination of everything. You got to get something that works for you. And I know these baker boxes don't do it. They do good for some things. Oh yeah, so I bought another filing cabinet yesterday. Now I got to figure out what to do with it. Some of these filing cabinets got to go. I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 of them in here, plus one of them in the other storage building. So 6 filing cabinets, plus the one in the van, 7. Morning, Porcelain Princess. Thanks, Johnny. Appreciate that. So what do? You're at a thrift store, and it's 25% off day for seniors because I'm old. And they do seniors at 55 at this thrift store, and they have.
Apparently, they do it mine too, and I'm not 55, but
Dude, they've got a
discount the other day.
They've got a Han filing cabinet. It's the Han horizontal 4-drawer with the lock for $30. So that made it $22.
I used to, and in one of my past lives, I used to install office furniture. Han's a good brand. That's a good filing cabinet. I installed steel case, but
so my idea with that was to use it. This one here is full of media, and I can always take the books out of it and put the books in one of the other ones on the bottom shelf. So I still have one more shelf to go, so I don't need there. The idea was to measure and get the right boxes to set on the shelves inside this one, and keep it for a place to organize small things. Hooray from that guy Johnny from Johnny.
Yep, Cajun roots there.
That's like some kind of circular momentum there, Johnny. JT, I have thought the last couple of days it has been so frigid cold in Alabama. We were very fortunate that we did not get any snow. I have thought people who do this are insane. Do people choose to live above, say Ohio and Kentucky and up? Y'all are a different breed.
You calling me insane?
I'm beginning to question y'all's mental sanity.
Are you saying that I am not a sane individual?
Josh lives in Canada, for God's sakes. I mean, how tough has that dude got to be to deal with? I can't deal with cold. Give me.
You would if you lived here. Come on, it's not that.
No, hell no. Give me sweat. Give me all this stuff. I'll take all that.
It's not this minus whatever most of the time. Usually, I mean, most of this winter, it's been in the 20s or above. So
yeah, this is one of my everything I own. I buy at a thrift store or a yard sale. I look fancy with my North Face on that came from a yard sale. Ta-da. Yeah. And yesterday I'm on the phone with Kent yesterday at a thrift store, and I should have had a camera. I just forgot the camera because it's so freaking cold. And they had an Alabama Nike Storm Fit. We used to call them track suits, but they're like wind suits or whatever they call them now. Yeah, so now I guess I have an Alabama complete Alabama outfit. I know y'all are excited for that. But it's amazing what the people that say they can't find stuff. As I wander around, because I figured switching gears this winter and not doing this. I'm doing more Amazon now than I thought I would. There's a link below. I'm using inventory. I'm using Deal Soldier if you're interested. Sold a lot of coffee. I've got like 4 packs left. I'm waiting for them to. So this morning, Johnny's been drinking this Poppy. They made a special cranberry flavor for the Christmas, You guys realize how much a 4-pack of poppy costs? That stuff is $8 a 4-pack. And
Is that a lot?
so they're starting to clearance out the cranberry. Walmart is, and one of our stores has the 4-packs down to $3, and they have 103 4-packs. I don't think Johnny's getting 103, but I don't know. Maybe I go pick up 10, but I'll turn the camera on for that. I've got a bunch of stuff recorded. I got to get it edited. Evie keeps tricking me after dinner and keep me inside and sleeping in the recliner at night.
Whop. Yeah, look at that later. What is that Deal Soldier thing? I'm sure you've talked about it on the show, but I've been out.
It's basically Brixie improved on the accuracy. It covers Lowe's, Walmart, Home Depot, and Target. Target's the worst because Target doesn't return the price. But like right now, I've looked at that. It gives you 50-mile radius. It's like $35 a month. I was able to find the biggest thing is. Yesterday, I was looking for some the knives. They've got the, you know how this time of year Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot, they all put the stuff that's out, like, so they had a 4-pack. It was four box cutters, then a 25-pack of blades. They had them marked down to $4.
Oh, no way. That's a good deal.
And so one of the stores said they had 11, so I ended up finding 9 of them. They also had a cordless Dremel that was $2.50. I picked up 3 or 4 of them.
Nice.
And then a screwdriver with all the bits that kind of wraps around it for $2. I found
Here,
4 or 5 of those.
my Walmart, as soon as Christmas is over, that stuff disappears. You never see it again. Even the stuff that wasn't Christmassy. So I don't know where it goes. He ran away on us.
This is the big find last week. I found 3 of these for $25 each.
I don't know if it's just me or your internet sucks today.
It's probably because I got 30 tabs open and it's killing.
Yeah, you're all choppy is all. Your voice is fine, but your camera is delayed. And now I don't hear you. Oh yeah, you're still there. You're moving.
I'm trying to make sure I don't close. I got to buy an alternator this morning for the van. I'm trying to make sure I didn't close out that tab. Did that fix the video any?
It might take some time. You're still, it looks like we're in the old AOL days. Is what it looks like.
Baseball said it's just you, so there you go.
It probably is just me.
But it's been fairly accurate. I'd say it's probably right 75% of the time, which is the coffee. It was right 100% of the time. Certain items, the faster you find them, and about 170 packs of coffee, Steve, for $1 or $2 at 3 Walmarts.
Yeah, like I said, that stuff around here just disappears as soon as Christmas is over. Anything that was anywhere near the Christmas section. So,
but I want to be able to use Walmart more to buy more Amazon stuff, and it helps cut some of the work down. So each morning I get up and I check to see because they feed you things that they find that are on that they see on clearance, and so I check those. Plus I check because the coffee in all the stores hasn't been reduced yet, so I check that every morning. Because when they put it down again, I'll run and buy whatever. I bought a vacuum cleaner for $25. It's already been sold for $100 a quarter. A lot of vacuums at Walmart have been clearanced out now. A lot of Shark models. So that's been a lot of fun. And then mixing that in with a lot of stuff I've been finding locally, it's just. Someone that does Walmart. So I've been told that the vacuum cleaners sell very good if you pick them up at Walmart and sell them on Walmart.
Wait, you buy them from Walmart and sell them on Walmart? Is that what you just said?
I sold on eBay, but The couple people I talked to have been selling it back on Walmart. I've never signed up for Walmart, so
I have not either.
it's really not in my plans. I don't have any. I mean, everybody says sign up now. It might be a backup. It might be this. I don't want to take the time to learn another platform.
Well, you've proved to yourself that you could do it just on eBay if you had to. If Amazon for some reason shut down.
Yeah.
So,
And I like eBay better. I just got to figure. I really got to get the organization down, and that's really what's hindering me. It's to the point when it's very frustrating to walk out here knowing you go kick stuff, trip over stuff.
I can tell you. Well, yeah, you can't see my office mostly, but I can tell you because Marcia and I have had pretty much to start over on eBay. It is a lot more difficult nowadays to start an eBay from pretty much scratch than it used to be, but we'll do it. Still doable.
So Lag says Walmart is fastest growing. That is correct. Tech Among Us, which looks like it probably used to be somebody named Scott, says selling on Walmart is very easy.
Oh, that's who that is. Okay.
It's the same picture, so I'm assuming.
I can't see the picture. It's too tiny.
Yeah. So the title of the show, the one thing just talking about, man, there's some crazy stuff happening right now. He said it's him. Don't let the distractions, because right now the distractions can really get you down, can really suck up a lot of time. Don't let that kind of stuff, because I mean there's a lot of changes going on. You've got to pay attention to the changes to understand, to make plans about what you think is going to happen. Is Trump February 1st? Is he really going to put the 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico? He said it again this week. I don't know what he's going to do. But for most of us, most of eBay sellers, that doesn't matter as much because it matters a lot to Josh because he is a Canadian selling in the U.S., so it'll mess with him. But for the most of us, goods that are already here, if you're selling used goods, it's only a positive. So, but if you're a John and now if they're going to put tariffs, he's talking increasing tariffs 10% worldwide. That's a 10% cost that John. He'll tell you, I'm just going to pass it through, and but it's something he'll have to deal with it. But all these things can be. Pay attention to what affects your business, but you can get so lost in the politics and get lost in the hate and lost. You can spend hours online looking to see if they freed the J6 prisoners, and stay angry about the way DC is treating them and not letting them go because they've been abused. I mean, there's so many rabbit holes you can go down with the politics that it can be so distracting that you lose time in your business. And folks, I'm here to remind you, another week has gone by on a Wednesday. We are 1 week away from ending January, for God's sakes.
It's crazy.
1 month. Next week when I talk to you, we'll be pushing February into the new year already. It's gone that fast. Business does not slow down, does not stop.
Imagine if we just took all the social media distractions away for a week.
It's very tempting. I didn't even do social media yesterday morning till. Okay, so I'll confess, I got behind on my Bible in a Year podcast, so I had 4 of them, and so that led me to listen to him for an hour and 20 minutes, and I'm like, I wish I need to figure out something like this, something that's got me that out of the world, thinking not so distracted, because it's something that's easy to listen to and easy it's not distracting in the moment. Whereas if you're, but the cool thing was, when I finished all of them, Spotify will roll. So I'm listening to it on Spotify. Spotify will roll you into what it thinks you're listening to or some of the podcasts you have. And it rolled me into Sean Ryan, I guess that's his name, Sean Ryan, his Christmas podcast, which was with Lee Strobel. So if you don't know Lee Strobel,
Sounds familiar.
so He wrote. He's written 47 books. The most famous book he's written is "The Case for Christ," uh,
Hmm.
where he was in the late 70s, early 80s. He was an agnostic atheist, and his wife uh, and was newer to Christianity, newly converted, and he decided that he was going to take all his investigative because he's been I think he's Harvard educated, all his journalism and investment, and he was going to prove to her that she was wrong. So now Lee's a preacher. It's fascinating journey. Just to hear him talk for an hour and a half, I still got half of that to go. So if that kind of interests you, that's Sean Ryan's Christmas podcast. I'm gonna listen to the rest of it this morning. But find things that can focus you on. It allowed me. Man, shipping was a breeze yesterday. Even though I had a bunch of them, I had some heavier items to ship out. Just because it I wasn't searching on X. I wasn't going for different videos. I wasn't doing the stuff. It was just things that were to me uplifting. So let's see. Steve has sent me some messages. Let's see what Steve has said. Steve says, "Good news." This is a Thrifting Brothers, by the way. Last
Oh,
week
not this Steve.
we learned last week that the Thrifting Brothers, Steve and Sean, are they're outstanding human beings. I like those guys. A lot of
They are good
them
dudes.
4, 5, 6 times. Their account has been reactivated. It's the end
Oh, I
of
didn't know it was
January.
deactivated. Oh, that's
Yeah, they got taken down for 2 ASINs. So evidently for Monster Jam and specifically Megalodon. So if you source Walmart and sell smaller things, a lot of people know I sell a lot of those kind of things. Of Monster Jam is really sticky right now. Monster Truck's not as much, but the Monster Jam line of it, because they're fighting on Amazon about licensing issues and who has the rights to it, and the small sellers are getting trapped up in it. So I would avoid Monster Jam.
used to be a good seller for me. Monster Jam.
Yeah, and so I mean they had a lot of money tied up between inventory and cash payout for the fourth quarter. They had $65,000 tied up at Amazon that they were, and most of the time doesn't turn out great, and you end up losing. But I mean,
It would be a really good. I don't know if they're up for doing it, but if you could maybe interview them and see how they got their store back and stuff, because that would be beneficial information for people who going
like
through similar stuff.
It's like Section 3s, yeah. So if you don't know what a Section 3 is, that is a shut down your account for violating Amazon's business practices or whatever they call it.
Isn't that like it's like a blanket?
It is, and that's the one they're hitting everybody with. They've been doing. It's been very rampant for the past 6 to 8 weeks. It's the one that the bots usually. And so, yeah, that's the one thing I would tell you is to delete. Lag is 100% correct, and God, I've had to agree with Lag twice in one episode.
What?
Yeah, God. Damn. You gonna force me to? I'm gonna have to start drinking already, Lag. And I've only had one beer the entire year. You're gonna force me to take a couple shots. Yeah, if you're an Amazon seller, go through, make a system. I'm terrible at a lot of things, but every week I delete any of my inactive listings. You just got to.
I was doing it on a daily basis, even though my active listings were a lot less than yours, so it was easier for me to do. But anything that was inactive, anything I was sold out of and didn't think I was getting more of, gone.
Like, how do I place an order for pancakes this morning? And if we're the same person, how do I place an order for pancakes? But there's
Very nice.
Yeah, I picked up the one I hadn't got it listed yet. The one with the metal bottom I sent you the picture of.
Oh yeah, that's a nice one too. Well, these are the matching black and white with the large jumbo logos.
So you sell those individual or as a set?
Individually, yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking over here because I got you on my second screen.
It's no worries. But this is a very interesting time. There's lots of clearance out there. There's lots of opportunity out there. However you want to sell right now, there's a lot of optimism with the economy. Even though I think there's negative things to come. I don't think we're out of the woods yet. the last 4 years, a lot of people have been let into this country, and I think we're still going to have to pay for that. I think there's bad things coming. Uh, economically, things are, at least we have a positive outlook on 2025. What can be. Um,
I think that's it helps by your confidence when you, whether it's true or not, you believe that the economy is going to get better.
no, and
So,
that's why the one of the things that they you're 100% right, Steve. That's why they track consumer confidence, and that's one
Yeah.
of the things that I don't know what they throw in to make consumer confidence and how they get that number, but that is a number they talk about a lot in the media, whether you good or bad with the media. Some things but consumer confidence is one of those, and it really, vintage memory got a commercial on the. Yeah, I told you I was going to check the settings, and I forgot to check the settings. Oops.
How does it do a commercial in the middle of a live?
Live, yeah,
wait, so it breaks in the middle of the live and gives you a commercial?
yeah. I
How
think
do you turn that off?
I don't know. I think I told YouTube they can control the ads on lives, and I think they're setting like.
I'm going to start on a side note here. I'm going to start doing YouTube again. I've already got the first couple in the old storage bank up here, but I want to do it right this time. So it's taken me a little time to get started with all the
It's
family stuff.
I had a couple settings. I think when I set it up when I was playing with a couple weeks ago, I think I set it on conservative, which means the least of anything. So who knows? David said he's had one so far, and it's been 26 minutes. So Dave will be the guinea pig. So Dave will tell us how many.
I'm gonna go play with the settings while we speak.
If it's tolerable or not.
What does it do? Like inject it in the middle and then put you that 30 seconds behind, and you have to like either fast forward or catch up or just be
That I
behind?
don't know.
No, it'll put you right back at the live spot, I think.
Oh, okay.
We could ask Dave, but I don't know if he knows whether he's behind or not.
I'm pretty sure it puts, because I've had him in other lives,
Okay.
and it's put me back to the live spot. But I'm gonna go see what I got in my settings here for lives.
It's a very interesting time. But this is also a time of the year where platforms.
How many wives?
He said one so far.
Just kidding, Steve. You sounded like you said wives.
Oh, wives? No, wives. I
mean,
totally went over my head anyway, so it doesn't matter.
That's the one thing you like. When you read through Genesis, you think, "Holy cow, those dudes were busy. Did they stay in the same tent every night? Holy crap! Somebody begat somebody, and this wife and that wife and the maid and on and on." I'm like, holy smokes, they were busy.
I just checked my live feeds. The last live I did was January 29th, 2022. It's been 2 years.
Who can keep up with all that? Our so-called advanced society. I can only keep up with one wife barely. Can't imagine. Yeah, I was telling this to Joni last night, and she started talking about the Mormons and what's his name, and Jeff, whatever his name is, who got. They're like, try to begat his family tree. Holy crap!
I don't even see.
Oh yeah.
Grams and pops. Good morning. Good morning. But this is the time of the year that I started to say that platforms like to roll different things out. So you've got new products coming and going. So right now you're in the middle of Christmas clearance. If you're a person selling, seasonally, Valentine's should be in full swing. For those of y'all participate in that, don't depend on Jacob for that because there you go. We need Harlan on here, so Harlan can tell you more about that. CVS, go away. And then
Don't forget
Thank you,
the
Jennifer.
Valentine's Legos, though.
And then you've got the post office changing rates. The temporary rates have now are become a permanent rate of some sort. You've got UPS fighting with contracts. They are killing UPS drivers right now.
They're not gonna. They're not going to go get. They're not going to get the USPS contract renewed at all.
Well, they need to hire some more drivers or do something. You know, my driver was dragging on Friday. He's like, "Oh my god!" He's like, "This is you expect this in the fourth quarter?" He goes, "This is insane."
They're doubling.
like-
They're doubling up most of the drivers with driver helpers still.
No, there's something about driver helpers. He lost his helper this week.
Okay, well, so the driver helper situation is where on the 15th they cannot have temporary workers anymore, but somebody who works in the building that loads trucks or unloads trucks can hop onto a delivery truck and double up, or another driver who doesn't have enough seniority to have his own truck or her own truck, whatever, and then those can double up, but they can't have the temporary workers after the 15th. But they still have, like my driver here has somebody that pretty much every day he loads in the morning and then hops on the truck till about 3 or so in the afternoon.
The one thing too, I would tell you is shipping rates have changed dramatically. It was to the point where I would never use FedEx, and I was mad at FedEx for an overage they charged me because I didn't realize they didn't like the bags or whatever, and so now I'm just shipping strictly boxes with them, nothing else, just a regular box. And I had a 2-pound box going from here to Washington State yesterday. It was it was a 10 by 8 by 6. It was 2 pounds. It was $8.80 for FedEx. It was $13 UPS Ground Saver and 14 something post office. Insane. The price swing for one package.
I find that FedEx tends to have the cheapest, but I'm still nervous to ship with them because.
So FedEx is the cheapest for me long distance.
Locally,
they're not. Locally, it's the post office, and then that middle route becomes, or really heavy becomes UPS. And
I do a lot of UPS Ground Saver. It seems to be.
I shipped out
around here anyway. It seems to do well.
A 32-pound printer yesterday. It was 22 by 22 by 16, and thank goodness it only went to Florida, but it was like $28.
See, you only went to Florida is a good thing. For me, only went to Florida is expensive.
37. Post office would have been 37, 38, but UPS beat that by $8 or $10, and they picked it up in the driveway. I just had to carry it and set it out on. I've got a hand truck that just sits out there.
Sometimes that makes a lot of difference. You and I think Jake get our UPS right here at the house, and that makes a huge difference when shipping something via FedEx for me, because the only FedEx drop off we have in this town is a Dollar General, and I just don't trust them.
So Glenn and Mark got good points. So Glenn, yes. So my driver, the first couple weeks of January, he'd get here early. He'd get here at 2:45, and he's supposed to be after 3. His truck would almost be empty, or he'd be here at 4:30, and his truck would really be empty. And he said he's on his way back to now. When he got here yesterday and loaded up, he still had over 100 packages to deliver and it was 4:00.
Yeah, that's been the way it is here too. They had our postal drivers, delivering packages first thing in the morning, and then going out on the same exact route and delivering the mail.
That's what they're doing here.
Yeah.
And so,
and because FedEx was so far behind in this area, I don't know if it was this way for everybody. Somehow they contracted with the post office or something, and the post office had to take a lot of their stuff. So it was crazy.
So you can sell cheaper items now. You just got to sell a few more things, Mark. So I've had a couple items that were 1 ounce here lately, and I sent them just regular postage. They fit in the smallest bubble mailer I have, 6 by 9, and they weigh. I think they ended up costing me like $1.50 to put the 2 stamps or whatever I put on them, and that saved because the cheapest would have been like $4.40, and so what does that mean? That means I've got to have enough items where I can keep up with eBay's metrics and not get in trouble with eBay for item not tracking. That also means that if something happens to it, I'm self-insured. I would have been self-insured anyway. But it's an item that was, I think I got $11 for it, and it cost me $1 to ship it. I had $1 in. So really, if it doesn't reach the customer, I'm out $2.50. So it's not
And
not that big a deal.
depending on the category, I like baseball cards and postcards and some other things. You can send eBay standard envelope, which is like 69 cents for an ounce, which is nice. So I sell a lot of $2 baseball cards because I got them. Might as well get rid of them and make $1 or something, 50
So
cents or whatever I'm making on them.
So it's kind of a theme that I've been talking about for I guess the last 6 weeks is really understand your numbers, understand what you can and can't understand. There's there's not ideal ways to do things, but things that you need to if you want to sell smaller items, mix in. There's ways of doing things that you just have to. You can't just blanket say, I don't want to do that because then that's value. That item that I had little or no money in, I'll take the $7 or $8 or whatever it is as profit and move on to the next item. Such easy shipping,
most of the DVDs I'm selling right now, I'm making about $1 profit, and they're easy to list. They're easy to ship. I have them. Some of them made me a lot more than that, and that paid for all the DVDs I bought. So it's all profit now. So I don't mind selling. What's it? Almost $5 to ship anything anymore. So
Mark said he had
selling for $8.
A Ranchio sprinkler sold for 25, free shipping, like barely any profit. That's when it's important to understand going into an item whether it's worth even buying to begin with or not. Here's a great example. So I had a couple items yesterday. I was looking at one. I was on the phone with Harlan, and I'm like, it's a nice item, but it's an item. It was a stereo. It was one of the Sony micro cassette. I mean, the little bookshelf system, but it was missing its remote. And I'm looking at it. It would have been $10 or $12 after the discount, and it sells for 50 to 60. And I'm thinking, Van Massey, it'll probably I can sell a local auction and probably double up. But I've never sold one of those at auction, so who knows whether the thing worked. And then right around the corner, there was a different item that was $25, so it would have been $18.75 after the discount. But it had a lot more value. I could see immediate value on it, and I'm like I can get 130, 140 out of this item. Spend a few dollars more, and so I put the stereo back, understanding that there was a small amount of profit in there, even though it's something I love to sell. My favorite brand in this world, for the most part. I had to be smart enough to walk away from it and pick up the other item, which is going to sell. It's going to be a little more work, but the profit in it is a lot better. So
I think that's what you've always said. You make your money on the buy, and that's
making money on the buy.
That's the proof there.
That one is always true. Always true. Who forgot to hit the thumbs up? I was supposed to come up with some natural catastrophe that if they didn't hit the thumbs up, that it was going to happen to them. But
Snowmageddon. Oh, never mind.
If you don't hit the thumbs up button, you're going to be infested with bird flu.
Well, bird flu only
Price of eggs. Oh my God.
Humans, pets, and chickens, right? Not ducks, not geese.
So hitting the thumbs up protects you from bird flu as well as the vaccines did from COVID. So there you go. So make sure you protect yourself.
We went to our little local grocery store yesterday because we didn't want to drive to, the next
So
town.
$5 dozen eggs?
No, 8.
So the Walmart here,
but they had these cage-free eggs that were only $2.99 a dozen that we found, so we got those instead.
Yeah, you don't put the eggs in the cage anymore?
Nope, they were cage-free.
Okay, so you use boxes instead, right?
Yes.
Chassis, that's probably a good thing because if you saw us on the screen, you would not hit the thumbs up.
Yeah. I am on the show today, so
for this motley cast of characters, thumbs down probably. There you go. That's an important part. I said, damn, 3 times. Okay, so this has got to be a bot. This can't be the real lag because to contribute to the chat and give us something to talk about this can't be lag.
You know what they say. Even a blind squirrel gets a nut.
We need to come up with a real Slim Shady song with a real lag. Please stand up. Please stand up. So not just lumber lag. Just think about this. Okay, so how much are they going to allow to rebuild California, and what are they? Because remember, I think this was go look at the high speed rail and where they wanted to do it, and lay that map on top of the burns, and you're going to go all the crazy shit I thought about Beard. Holy crap!
You talking about all the forest fires that didn't burn the trees? That one?
Yeah, or anything
Oh.
blue. Those
Oh, those. Okay.
targeted fires in order to run people out so they can get to LA 2028 or whatever they're calling it. Yeah, those fires. Anyway, I digress. But it's going to push the price of lumber. The price of lumber between that and trying to rebuild Western North Carolina.
Are they even allowed to use lumber in California? I'm just asking because it's California.
But it's not even that though. Remember, these houses burnt to the ground. It's everything.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's as simple as you've got thousands of houses that don't have a can opener. For God's sakes, just think about everything that was lost and how many people were displaced, and they just. And I'm not making light of California and the smart city. I think it's awful. So many just regular people their lives have been destroyed, and I can't imagine losing everything in the fire, and everybody around me losing everything, and everybody. I can't imagine how bad that is. Same thing in Western North Carolina. They're still digging bodies out of West North. The great lie of Western North Carolina is that only a couple hundred people died while 10,000 are missing. That's the great lie.
I can tell you from being there.
Yeah, still thousands missing.
I went there. I went to Asheville and saw some of that destruction, and I only saw a little tiny bit of it.
Mm-hmm. Did you go down 26 or down 77?
To get to North Carolina, down 77.
Okay.
To 40 over to towards Asheville. But we went to Asheville just for a short 1-day trip, and oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Martha.
And that was a couple months ago. I haven't gone since because it was just seeing it was like.
If you go down 26 and go through Asheville that way, oh man, it was awful.
I would tell you, imagine getting out with just yourselves and maybe a vehicle, but look at what's the one thing. The big news was look how many vehicles had to be abandoned because they couldn't get out.
Right?
Yeah, I mean it's in Tennessee as well. You're exactly right. Amateur reseller. Georgia and Tennessee got hit pretty good.
Mm-hmm. He's asking about Sweetwater. My name. No, that is not. I'm not from Tennessee.
But Tennessee is still to the point.
It's a long story.
The Tennessee Tide got hit hard, and they're kind of lumped in with Western North Carolina, even though they're on this side of the mountains. There's lots of places through Georgia that got hit hard.
It was a rough thing. Luckily, my mother-in-law was right on the edge of it, but there was a lot of destruction even in that town, Morganton, North Carolina.
I can't imagine losing. Just think about look around you and everything around you, and realize you have none of it. I mean, maybe you've got your cell phone. You don't even have a charger, for God's sakes. You had to get out so fast.
Morganton, where she lives, is pretty much cleaned up now, but there's still like the Ingles store is still renovating, and a lot of places like that are still.
Has Ingles got they got access to there because their big warehouse was up in there?
I'm not sure if the warehouse is back online or not, but it's not far from where she lives. I know that.
There we go. Okay. So the regular lag personality has just showed up because he debunks Bigfoot stories while he.
That used to be my whole YouTube channel, my old YouTube channel, debunking stories, Bigfoot stories. I kind of miss it nowadays. There's a lot of new stuff coming out, bad, horrible Bigfoot videos and stuff.
You mean good AI videos?
No, none of them are good.
I guess that's debatable, right?
Yeah.
Well, you never watched that channel. You didn't know me before.
But it's
if you did, prove it.
But the opportunity is mixed in so much right now with so many different changes, and it's the distractions. You can truly get distracted. Where, yeah, Roswell did have 100-year floods. No flood insurance in the desert. All right, so Scott just got commercial number 2 at 44 minutes.
Dave had said something about he had a second commercial already as well.
I missed that.
A few minutes ago. Yeah.
I'm not the world's. I pick and choose the chat.
Really?
I guess I've got David on a mental block right now.
What did he do to you today?
Oh, nothing. I'm just messing with Dave. If I didn't think a lot of David, I wouldn't mess with him.
True.
When the phone rings and it's David, because I'm the worst. I don't call anybody. I'm the worst. But he's always got some crazy stories to tell about him and his adventures in reselling and the things he tries and the things he does. Usually very interesting. Yeah, chat. Contributing to that, barely make $100 on YouTube so that I can get a payout. YouTube, yeah, that's it.
That is my next goal is to get remonetized on YouTube, and then I'm going to overtake Scott, and I'm going to get a YouTube button somehow, or whatever they call them things. That's it. And you guys are all going to help me.
Okay, so everybody in the audience is wondering this, Steve.
What the fuck's he saying? Fuck ass shit.
It's the truth.
Fuck ass shit. Fuck ass shit.
Dang. See, why does it autoplay in loop and then playlist mode is on? How about we turn playlist mode off? I bet that does it. It was going to the next one. Okay, so there we go. I'm still learning Eve Mux.
Here, I'll say something, and then you play it again. Something.
What are we playing this time?
I don't know.
Oh, this one we're not in the Friday night one. The Friday night one has all the Star Wars stuff. Star Wars ones are the good ones. I have like 2 different scenes. Dang it. We should be Star Wars.
I'm gonna have to learn EV Mux because it's good when you're doing like presentation because you can share your screen. I mean, and StreamYard does it too, but it seems like EV Mux might have more control. I
have so many things else I want to do. I don't want to spend the time to learn OBS Studio, even though I realize you can do some more. I don't think my internet is strong enough to hold OBS because the one thing with OBS is all the streams come to you and then go out, and so my internet barely keeps me from.
Yeah, you're still pretty.
I don't think that it can handle. And so, EveMux is $24 a month, Steve, and it'll record so much and let you do certain things. Most people can use the free. I don't know why I don't use the free.
Oh, maybe you were around lag. Or you just know how to Google.
He knows how to Google. Yeah, I can't believe I don't have Star Wars on here.
Well, it's a very specific reference he just made to a very specific person. So, yeah.
Is that one of the ones that you're one of your perceived enemies?
No. I did a show a long time ago called it was a podcast before I did the 40 and Slip one with Chris. I did what was the name of it? After Hours with Richter. Richter was the host. Richter lived in Las Vegas at the time. He doesn't now. And
is it one
it was a Bigfoot show. It was a show where we interviewed people like Cliff Barrickman from Finding Bigfoot, and I think we had Matt Moneymaker on once, and those kind of people.
Is Matt's the one? Matt's the one that everything's a Bigfoot, right?
Pretty much. So yeah, I did that show for a while, and then Richter went on. I don't know if anybody ever watched Spike TV. Does that even exist anymore? I don't think it does. Spike TV had a show called $10 Million Bigfoot Bounty, and Richter was on that show, but with Dean Cain.
Dean Cain, Superman fame. Dean Cain,
Superman, yeah. But anyway,
and so trying to think, is there anything exciting? Is anything exciting really happening in reselling this?
Still not proof though, Lag, that you watched any of that. Good Google foo.
Trying
I heard, now I don't know how many Etsy sellers we have in the chat, but Creative Fabrica, if you use assets from Creative Fabrica, which is a paid service, and you're supposed to be able to use the assets on there as long as it says for commercial use. Well, some artist stuff was stolen and put on Creative Fabrica, and instead of suing Creative Fabrica, they went after the people who were selling on Etsy. So if you're doing that sort of thing, just be careful with what you're getting from there. I used to have an account with Creative Fabrica, which just has designs that you can use.
Steve has marked himself safe from Amazon jail today. Man, that is the best news. It really bothered me last week, so I'm glad that that's straightened out. Man, that's just makes you feel all warm and fuzzy inside. But there's craziness with Amazon.
It's still good Google foo lag. But yeah, I do on occasion wear them.
I'm trying to think, is there any good or bad? Also, so for all you clothing sellers that were worried about me coming and taking over your business, I'm almost not a clothing seller anymore. So if you missed that last week, I picked up 7. Yeah, so I've already sold 6 out of the 7 shirts, and I got a list of hoodie. I meant to list it today. I've got a picture of did I show you all the hoodie?
This is my new one, by the way.
Hey, RG, are you here this morning? Page out to RG. RG, this is very important. Yeah, I'm going back to the 70s. I picked up an Alabama tracksuit looking Nike windbreaker yesterday. So I might show up next week looking like Santa Claus in an Alabama suit. There's a lot of value in that, by the way. Check your teams if you see these kind of things, especially with the matching pants. I think that's worth about. I paid $20. I think it's worth about $100.
Martha, I do not. I don't watch a lot of that kind of stuff anymore because it's distracting very much.
Oh, I was trying to find the other one. It's probably on the other phone. No, there it is. So that's the hoodie with the woodpecker from, I think, Thrush Mufflers.
I believe you're right.
But
we because
I gotta list it today, but that's the hoodie. It's a large.
Because we
can't find it anywhere, so we're gonna throw it up for I'm gonna put $125 best offer because I was told to put it for $125, so I listened.
Because we're trying to get our eBay started again, we decided that we were going back to basics, and so clothes are a low-hanging fruit. So we started selling clothes again.
That's the only shirt left, and I thought it would have showed early. That's the only Dixon flannel left. And I thought the reason I thought it would have sold faster. That's probably better in the coloring of it, because it'll sell soon because it's something to do with what's March 17th, whatever it is, St. Patrick's Day, and all the shirts have a lot of the shirts have different series on them, and they're limited. So I was shocked that the green one is still here. I also priced it up too, so that's probably a reason why. I guess I should make best offer on and see what happens.
Clothing isn't a bad thing to resell if you, number one, get it for a decent price. We're like our Salvation Army here has dollar day on Monday. So that's the best day to go and just go through the blue tags or orange tags or whatever color tag it is that day. And
I just don't have any interest. I have any interest in this one.
I don't either, but because this time of year in Northeast Ohio, it isn't the best time of year to source. So it's one thing that you can go get and start selling.
Larry, I wouldn't go that far. Yeah, because I have 2 or 3 other pieces of clothing over there that I keep threatening to list, and
That is a good name.
one of them is really cool, and one of my buddies gave it to me to list, and or I bought it from him. I can't remember which. Shout out to Joe. Joe, every now and then, Joe quit asking me had I sold that coat yet, because y'all want to see a cool coat that I should list today?
Sure, but you're frozen on my end. I don't know if you are for everybody else.
We entertain them while I'm frozen.
You're just sitting there with your arms crossed. I don't know if you're there or not.
That's pretty good because he's just sitting there. Oh, no, there he goes.
No, he's gone. Yeah, we can.
That was pretty good.
How the hell were we even supposed to know where you were?
It's a.
You were
It's a-
frozen until all of a sudden you weren't.
Oh, that's
It's
a
a
nice one.
It's a Lee Storm Rider.
Yeah, those are. I've sold a lot of those in the past.
I need to list it.
Anything Sherpa line that's older did really well for me.
I'm gonna put it right here in my way, so I get it listed.
But I'm not really into selling clothes anymore. I hate it
Not either.
with passion. However, right now, because we're trying to jumpstart our eBay stores again, it's the easiest thing to go find. And so that's what I'm doing. And sometimes you got to do things you don't like to get to the part you do like.
Well, yeah. So don't. Used to run a small hatchery. Eggs get too crazy. Hatch chewing. Can't sell it if it's not listed. Are you sure about that?
You're making money off this show today with all the advertisements people are getting.
Did they get a third one?
Somebody said Survey Monkey and Robin Hood Gold.
I don't know what either one of those are. I should look at last week's show and see if I got any money to offer that show. But it's
I might start doing a live just to get my watch hours built back up, because I'm only at like 1,300 watch hours for the last whatever period of time, and you need 4,000. I have the subscriber count to get monetized again, but they demonetized my channel because I wasn't putting out any content. All you got to do is like 3 videos every so often. It's not that much, but I just didn't do it. So, but I really feel ready to start doing it again. I miss it.
so what was
I
it?
didn't miss it for a long time. That's why I quit doing it. I
have
got
any
burned
shit.
out.
I have nothing to ship there. Dang it. Yeah, I've really got to dedicate. I'm not going anywhere today. I'm just going to list today. Well, I'll probably end up at the post office, but that's as far as I'm going. You get big girl ads? All right, Larry. I sent them directly to you. Hey,
Well, the ads you see are usually based on what you search for.
That's right.
Larry, why are you looking for big girls?
Just saying, that's what I heard.
Is that your experience too?
I'm insulting people. Sorry.
Reminders.
Oh, you mean with the hat? This is my good hat. This is my going to church hat.
Oh, we weren't hats
I
today.
don't go to church, but
All right, there we go. Feel better now.
what are you, Indiana Jones?
Yeah, I'm Indiana Beard. You not watching my movies? Yeah, I'm Indiana Beard.
I don't even know if I have that old hat that I used to wear on that show. It was an old black one that was really. I was supposed to look like a rough and I don't know. I was an investigative reporter. That was my role on that show.
And so they wore hats like that? Is that the.
I don't know. I was supposed to. I don't know what I was trying to be. It was 2012. I mean.
Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
I guess we lost Jake. I insulted Jake. Now he's gone.
You know, slumlord. He probably has to by arranging somebody's removal from his premises. Yeah, Axe Monkey. You would think after all this time, people don't talk about it anymore. I wonder about all their it used to be everything, but eBay used to be blamed on their old architecture and their old the way the site has been built and not updated through the years. You just wonder how much of that still lingers.
I think the biggest issue is not the architecture. I mean, that is part of the issue. There's some old stuff on there, but I use an old version of my eBay selling overview page that I have a bookmark to, and it still
Right.
shows, but you can't get to it unless you know how to. Yeah, because I like the layout. But so there is a lot of old architecture, but I am willing to bet that their IT department isn't even from this country. And so the communication between people who build this infrastructure and the people who run it over here is not very good. And I say that because when I do the Walmart stuff, that is how it is there. The Walmart's and that app crashes almost on a weekly basis. It's bad.
And that's the other thing in the app. I was going to say that with how much eBay is so focused on their app, how much do they spend more time developing the app versus developing the internet side? Because just the sheer numbers of people that carry these things around all the time and have such access to it.
I do remember back in the day, I wouldn't. I'll use the app once in a while to list an item if I'm out on the road and I think it's going to sell really quick. But I tend to use the computer. But there was so many more problems with the app. Nowadays, it seems to be a lot better. So I mean, they are making improvements to it, but they do have glitches.
So might GI degree overcome glitches by adding a ton of items that sell. Uh, there are also other strategies that I think if you combine all of them together, selling on a separate platform and having other ways to sell merchandise too is can mitigate your reliance on just one selling platform and spread out the risk and increase your opportunity. I think there's really that's why I'm excited because I see a lot of big stuff that I never pick up that I know there's value when I go to yard sales and these things. And as I'm very curious to see how eBay and Facebook Marketplace pull because I think that is something that most of us don't take advantage of is local sales. And so if you lower the price of the app, it won't let you auto accept the offer amount.
It won't let them lower the auto accept offer amount.
Uh,
I don't do anything like that through the app, and I always do it on the desktop. So I am not a good person for advice for that. I don't know about Scott. You do most of yours on desktop, don't you?
most of it, yes.
Yeah. It's just so much easier to list there. So much easier.
Well, I do a lot of listing on the phone. I think that I really need to do more desktop because the custom field is much easier, and that's the custom SKU. And I really need to. JT hit his third. That's awesome.
You're making the bucks today, man.
I know. I need to go back and look at last week's show to see if
You'll probably you'll probably make $5 for the whole thing. Lives never did make a lot of money before. But now that they're putting these commercials in them, maybe that's because YouTube's missing a lot of opportunity with lives because you would just watch straight through and there would be no commercials.
I go to open a tab, and the first thing I hit to check on last week's video is I open eBay. What the hell is wrong with mine?
Yeah, it's a habit. That's why. I'm gonna go see if I get I'm gonna click on the show and see if I get an ad. Yeah, I get a.
This is how much.
Ad.
This is how much I look at it. I don't even know where to go look at the money per the analytics. There we go. This is how much I pay attention.
I think you need to start, making some more money on your YouTube channel this year, Scott. You can do it.
What was last week's? Was that January? No, that was Friday. What was? All right, so you can't even keep up with the date. beards are
You know,
terrible.
back in the day, we used to get commercials in everything we watched.
So it would have been the 15th. There it is. Recent upload. Let's see what the 15th is.
Mark, I don't think $6. Mark's on the East Coast, right? I don't think that's
All right, so
too bad.
we'll see. So what is everybody's guesses? How rich is the beard for last week's show?
$3.75. That's my guess.
I'm richer than that.
Oh, there you go. So I was wrong.
I don't think the audience is ready for this, and they wonder why you would skip it. Why would you skip a Wednesday show? All right, so here we go. This is why you would skip.
Oh,
a
here comes
Wednesday show.
David says $6.49, $4.89. Oh, $8.54. That's not bad, really. For that amount of views, that's good.
Yeah, but there's no way there's more than that watch it. You know what I mean? When you got
90 some live right now, according to my thing.
So let's go back to YouTube. Where is it? See how many on just a regular list. How many they show? I think they look at live. How do they
picked up
determine?
zero subscribers?
I know, right? Because if I go look at it from last week, January 15th, it says there are 724 views. So how does that one only say there's 243 views?
I don't know.
So I think y'all see why YouTube is crooked. How can one side of YouTube say there's 243 views and the other one say there's 700? So does that mean YouTube is taking the 500 views and not paying me for them, and the advertising they're selling on the 500?
I don't understand the analytics enough to.
Is it because I'm wearing a hat?
It's been so long since I've looked at YouTube analytics. I don't understand them enough anymore to give you an answer on that.
So next week I will tell YouTube they cannot pick, and we'll just let it go no like it always was, and we'll see how much that one was. It's probably going to say you've made $4, like Steve said, $4.25.
I don't know what's your average on the live. You don't look anymore, do you?
I don't look at any. I've never been great about.
The only thing good about lives is watch time hours. They never were good for advertising money.
No, it's always
watch time hours. They were really good, but nowadays, if they're throwing 6 or 7 ads, David just had his third, and we've been live for an hour, so 3 ads an hour, 4 ads an hour.
Yeah, that's insanely low. Let's catch back up with the chat. Dave 3. Tom is still on the phone. I don't know where Tom is.
Did they really actually shut down your show yesterday? That show?
Yeah, it was on Tom's channel. It was right in the middle of the broadcast. They went.
What exactly happened? Did he just accidentally pull a cord, or did it actually?
No. I had showed earlier. I had like 10 or 15 minutes earlier. I had showed this little BB gun that I had picked up at an estate sale over the weekend, and I picked it up for $5, and it's worth 45 or 50. It's a Gamma, but it looks real, and they shut the show down because it doesn't have an orange tip.
That means somebody reported you. There's no way they.
Or AI or somebody or bot. Somebody scanned it. Who knows?
I can't imagine that, because it took a long time afterwards for you to get shut down.
John said he paused and walked away and came back, and it was gone.
Did he get a notification about it, or how did he know that's why it was shut down?
We were just still talking. The broadcast on Eve Monk said live. I'm like, the chat hadn't moved, and it says chat. I had the chat popped out, and it said it was disconnected and couldn't reconnect. I'm like, Tom, something's wrong. I can't reconnect to the chat that hadn't moved. And then I got a couple texts saying, y'all ain't live anymore. Hey, dummies, y'all are talking to each other. Y'all
So,
not live.
so YouTube never gave him any sort of notification or warning or anything that we know of. We'll have to ask Tom.
David, they specifically told him in the reasoning that it was the gun.
They did? Okay. Yeah, I'd have to say.
I have a
something
laying right here, but I'm
regarding
not
that.
going to pick it up.
No, not a good idea. Probably not even a good idea to say the word.
Can you take a picture of it and show the picture of it?
I do not know.
Yeah, it's
Well,
bots.
there's a lot.
I'm with Joanna. I think it's bots. I think they're always scanning and they're images that pull up. I think.
AI bots are not to the point where they should be let loose like that yet because they're wildly inaccurate.
Because there's nothing like a legal item that is legal in every state in this country. The vast majority of people who watch our shows are from this country. It's not. There's no anything with it, but yet, oh my God, if somebody sees one, you know what I mean? It's like you can go to any store, you can go buy one, you can do everything, but oh my God, if you see one on your computer, that's going to cause World War III to
Yeah,
chip
but
down.
there's Johanna says they don't even like shooting channels, but I watch a lot of shooting channels and they have no issues getting advertisers, and so I don't understand why showing it.
But I think you have to pick for that. You have to tell it or ahead of time or something you got to
Okay.
do with shooting channels. Yeah, I watched a couple of the shooting channels. Was it
some of them are
Shooting
real fun
Outlaw
to
or
watch.
one of the guys Shooting Outlaw or something? I like that guy.
I'm not a gun guy, but I really do like. Sometimes I do like watching them if they pop up. Some of those guys are pretty smart dudes.
Honest Outlaw, that's the guy's name. Honest Outlaw. That's the name of his channel. That's a good channel. But YouTube will give Mrs. V, I don't know who that is, strikes for smoking a joint on our live video hangouts. Then why does Dave get to play? Dave has played Bong forever and they don't do nothing.
Yeah, that one show I used to do, Chris would light up. Never had an issue with it. No, he wasn't smoking a joint. He was doing the same thing Dave's doing, but never had an issue with it.
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot of demonetization, but it was more of our language than it was the content, the other content. Facebook, though, that was a different story. They didn't like our Facebook page very much.
I bet it would be a different story now.
I think it would be. I hope. I understand that Zuckerberg and them guys are just kind of pandering to the president, but I'm hoping things change for the better. My friend Chris, for example, shared a meme, say 3 years ago, and he got Facebook banned because of it. It was a 3-year-old thing. The bots went back 3 years, and those kinds of things were going on during.
Yeah, I got strikes or whatever for different ones.
Things that were years old.
And I posted some good.
Nobody's even looking at anymore. He had a meme page.
Good ones yesterday.
He had a page he had 100,000 watchers on that page, and he would post memes daily, and they were mostly due to paranormal stuff, and it was a booming page. And then one day Facebook said, okay, no more, because anything that was conspiracy theory related got shut down, both on YouTube, and so we never had huge amounts of viewers. And so I am excited that those things may be about to change, but I don't know that it's actually going to change. That's all.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of changes that are out of our control that we can worry about or you can focus on. They're not. Most of the changes they're doing right now are not going to have any effect on your ability to buy the $5 eggs. You need to go. You need to put in the work. You need to continue to do your due diligence in your business to really operate your business at full capacity, because you never know when some of the craziness will happen, and you'll be in an LA situation. It can happen just think it can happen anywhere. It's so scary that they decide. I mean, out of the blue, the lasers attack Hawaii. Why is our government attacking Hawaiian citizens? Oh, I'm sorry, wildfires.
I'm not going to get into those things. Not on this channel. I really considered starting another channel just talking about what's on my mind, but then I thought, well, YouTube would just shut it down.
Yeah, you have to you'd have to think about building an audience over on Rumble, because they really let you do whatever you want to. For the most part, as long as it's legal, they don't care.
But nowadays, I think I'd be okay. YouTube, I don't think was at the table with all the
Which is
other
which
guys.
is really strange, because the owners of Rumble, from what I understand, the people that are in control and own most of Rumble are not right wing ideologists. They are actually much more left of center, but they understand the marketplace. See, that's the difference, folks. So many people get so caught up in their own politics and get so paralyzed that they can't do something. Whereas you got folks like the people that own Rumble that go, you know what? We can build a platform because there's a need for a place where all content, as long as it's legal, is available whenever there's so much censorship on all these other platforms. And so they are offering an alternative platform, even though it might not be 100% with what. Okay, so I'm old enough to believe that a couple of years ago, but I remember that free speech and closed borders and all these things were talking points of the Democrats, for God's sakes.
Free speech should be a Democrat or Republican thing. It should just be a thing.
I mean, because I was watching a video yesterday and someone was like, you know, how many people to deport is too many? 1 million people? So what? And the guy was going, oh my God, 1 million people. Can you imagine the uproar of the families who have made their homes and trying to make a living in this country? He goes, what about 2 million? 2 million would be catastrophic for this country. And I don't know that our economy can recover. He says, Obama deported 2 million people. We didn't hear anything about it. Obama deported more people than every other president before him combined. We didn't hear anything, but it was okay for Obama.
I don't think you're going to see much of a difference. There are now in my area, there are a lot of immigrants that do. We have evergreen farms here. They, the little shrubs that you buy that are evergreens. Well, right. We have a bunch of evergreen farms here, and all the workers are usually Mexican immigrants, and some of them probably are not 100% legal, but a good portion of them probably are, probably 99% of them. And I don't think deporting the ones that aren't here legally is going to affect that much at all, to be honest with you. They're good, hard workers, I'll tell you, though. Those guys they're out there in the middle of the summer in full pants and long sleeve shirts. And they handle that weather. Oh my God!
The airport's building. So your list of the big contractor here at the airport is building another big metal building, another hangar, and most of the crew is putting up that metal building. Hell, I wouldn't want to get up on that roof. I don't like heights to begin with. They're putting that big metal roof up there in so much wind. They haven't worked the last couple of days because it's been so freaking cold. I can't imagine how cold it is up on the roof. But I think it's I
think what people,
one side says they're going to do something, the other side cries it's worst case scenario. If it's somebody who's been living here quite a while, I don't think they're going to bother them. It's the ones of the last 4 years that we don't know who they are, and all these cartels and the fentanyl and all this crazy stuff that's killing this country. And I mean, all we talk about is fentanyl deaths, but what is the cost of fentanyl in this country that to law enforcement, to hospitals, to emergency responders, and all the craziness that we deal with fentanyl on top of the deaths and all the illegal drugs? It's at some point we got to put an end to it.
I think people get it wrong. I mean, and think that we're deporting everybody, and it's just not the case. If they're here legally, nobody cares. We've dealt with my grandparents' farm, for example, was once run by a company, and they hired Puerto Rican immigrants. I guess Puerto Ricans are kind of part of the United States, but they weren't. I don't know if they were then. Anyway, and nobody had an issue with them, because they were here legally and they were doing a job. And same with these guys who do the Evergreen Nursery here. They're here legally. They work really hard. Most of them are sending the money all back to their families in Mexico.
So that's one of the places where I don't know if people are paying attention that can really make a difference and stop some of it is if you put a tax on the money going out. So Honduras, if y'all saw the news, Honduras is like, you're not sending our citizens back. You're doing this. We'll make you get rid of your arm, whatever base is down there. I'm assuming it's an whatever U.S. military base is down in Honduras. And Trump's like, we'll just tax all money going to Honduras.
There is a
want to go home when they can't make any money because they're going to give it to us.
There's a lady. I was at an undisclosed bin store location. I'm not allowed to disclose the location. The other day, and there's a lady there who's there every time I go, and she's getting clothing, and it's not for her, and it's not for her to resell. She might resell it, but it's all going to Honduras. She gets all this really cheap bin store clothing and sends it to Honduras. And I don't know if she's sending it to her family or she's sending it there to a store or whatever. But I mean, that's what most of them are doing. They're trying to make a better life for their own families, really.
Right.
Now, I understand why people would want to come here. I don't have anything against people wanting to be here. And
not to mention, I wonder how many millions of dollars we give Honduras anyway. Could Honduras really function without the foreign aid that we give them? Yeah, Harlan, you missed that part of the show where we showed last week's show and how much I think it was actually $8.54. So that was exciting. We should do some
a lot of ads last week.
I don't know. Next week we'll put Walmart in the title and see what happens.
Put anything about how to make money usually gets high RPMs on YouTube. So
that's usually the channel. My channel usually has a higher RPM. I usually don't have a problem with
it. It should, because it's a making money channel. Yeah.
Trying to figure out how do we get back to there again. Oh, analytics. Yeah, how do you find the RPM of your?
For those who don't know, RPM is just how much you get paid per 1,000 views. Because RPM stands for paid per 1,000.
Revenue. Yeah, all these things. Connected stores, affiliate programs, short ad feeds. Yeah, I don't do any of these things.
You need to start doing those things.
How much money you making? Making all the money? Not all the money.
$8.54.
How is
here's how much you're earning.
Again.
Here you go. August I earned $98. September we went up to $117. October, man, we kicked ass at $121. November $80, December $45, and $71 so far this month.
71.
But it's something. Something. You can build on that.
So therefore, if you want to do Deal Soldier, there's a link in the description.
By the way, your link doesn't work.
That's what I was going to say. It does not work.
It goes to your Whoop page or WAP.
That's
page.
it.
It goes to that.
That's it. You got to sign up to there. WHOP.
Yeah, but then when you sign up, it doesn't.
Mm-mm.
Hold on.
Yeah, you got to follow the instructions. Dave figured it out. It's not.
But I don't think you're getting credit for it.
No, I don't think you're getting anything because it's not an easy way to sign up. Let's put it.
It is not easy to sign up. But they should make it easier.
Check to see whether you actually get the affiliate.
I'll try signing up right now. I actually did sign up already, but I didn't finish the onboarding because we're in the show. But I'll finish the onboarding while we talk. Now it just says let's create your WAP, but it doesn't give me any. I don't know what to do after that. Start selling, home, discover, messages, affiliates. That's all.
Yeah, there's been several people that have figured it out. So it's It's worth figuring out, folks, because I'm telling you, like, let's see what I can find right now.
No affiliates yet. Discover. Yeah, I don't know how to even find what you're trying to get me to.
It's you gotta go into the Discord, their Discord, the Deal Soldier Discord. Everything is run through the Discord. So like right now they have. Let's see what I've looked up. Before the show, I looked up. They have a Ninja Juicer. Its MSRP is $119. I have the Hazel Green Walmart here has them for $50. So even if you're not gonna resell it, there's so much stuff that if you're looking for personally.
Yep.
And so out of all the stores in my area, only 2 of them have it marked down. Everybody else has it at 98. That must be Walmart's price. Hazel Green has them at 50, and Hartsville has them at 50. They have 13 combined. So that's the craziness of Walmart now. Is I say here's a set of Legos. They're $109. There are 3 stores in my area that got them for 35. I'm sorry, 5 stores in my area that got them for 35. Hey, one store's got 8 of them. So it's Star Wars Lego set number 75364. Let's see what. Let's see. I bet Thrifting Brothers. Are you guys using Deal Soldier or something like that? I know you buy a lot of Walmart clearance. Lego. All right, what did I say it was? 75 what?
If somebody can figure out how to sign up for Deal Soldier through Scott's link, because I'd rather do it through Scott's link without going through all this, let me know.
So that Lego is currently selling for. It's a 55,000 rank on Amazon. That's good.
So Whoop
79
is
sellers,
just
not
a platform that they're using to do their affiliate sale on. That's all Whoop is.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah. And when I sign up, it just takes me as if I'm trying to sign up to be an affiliate.
Yeah. So when you get to Whoop, type in Deal Soldier in a search box. That's what you have to do.
But will it still give Scott the credit?
Yeah. What name did you sign up as?
I haven't signed up under.
I don't think Scott's getting the credit for it, but I don't know.
No, if you use the link to do that, I think it does. Anyway, so this Lego set that's $35 is currently selling. The buy box on Amazon is $102.90. So if you
$35.
Yeah, so if you put that in my little calculator here, $102.90 and we'll put $35. So it's $51 before shipping is your estimated profit. And I told you I wasn't going anywhere today. I've got a store that's got 8 of them. Okay, so John, here's another one, John. So here's how you work that deal. So if you find the 18-gallon, the green and red hefty ones, and you put the barcode in the Deal Soldier, it'll show you all your. You don't have to do just their links. You can do the things that they show you, which they show you a lot. And I think they've showed us hefty containers, but you can use any barcode. So you can be in the store on Discord and type in under their direct messages and kick it. Their bot will look for you right there, and you can look all around. Say, hey, I'm searching for this, or if you want to do like I do, I just take a bunch of pictures and go home and use the computer, but because it's easier because I'm old. But yeah, with the coffee, I've sold a lot of coffee, Steve. When you pick up 70 bags for $1 at one store and sell them all,
no, I would do that. That's for sure. No, I would.
But I'm definitely going to get these Legos.
Although I can't afford the $35 for Deal Soldier right now because we're not making any money reselling it at this moment. Not enough. But once I do, then I'll start looking back into that sort of thing.
So that
I don't want to be an Amazon seller. I want to sell once in a while. But
so here's another good one. They have a Frigidaire Premium Nugget Ice Maker. MSRP on this thing is $3.99. Most of the Walmart stores have it for $198. I have one store that has it for $69, and they have 2. I mean, there's another store that's at $90. All right.
Go,
So
go.
next up we have a Gorilla Cart. It's $189 Gorilla Cart. There's one store that has it for $39. One store has it for $52. Nobody else has them.
You should do a video on doing Deal Soldier. See, I'm coming up with great ideas today.
I've got 3 recorded. I need to release them. Maybe that's
Yeah.
what I'll do. I'll do that, and then I will go record whether that store has how many of the 8 it has.
That would be great.
All right, so that's my goal today.
I need to start doing similar things, but Sam, you don't really wish you could do Amazon. I'm glad I don't do it anymore. To be honest with you.
Okay, so Sammy, it does, Sammy. It does help. So Steve's lying. Don't let Steve be negative.
No, I'm telling you, man.
I really everybody's business is different. If Steve wants to focus on and that's perfect for Steve.
Well, I'll tell you why I don't.
But the way I want to do it is I want to look at Deal Soldier and go, you know what? Today I can go to these 3. I want to spend a couple hours to go pick these things up and come right back home, list these things, and then go right back to listing on eBay because you know what I mean? I don't want to spend a lot of time hunting for Amazon inventory when I can have a cheat code like this that goes, hey, dummy, go to this store and pick up the 8 Star Wars sets because at a 55,000 rank, I think the lowest price was $98. I could put them at $94 and sell them in the next 2 days. Merchant fulfilled.
I'm just bitter on Amazon because
I get it.
It got me into a lot of debt, and I wasn't making the right decisions. And even with a program like Deal Soldier, it might be easier for you. And I'm not saying not to do it, but I'm just saying be careful what you wish for, because if you're not knowledgeable, even if you got great teachers like Scott, sometimes you make mistakes and it can put
But I want to take advantage. So I want Amazon to take advantage of. So here's the deal, Steve. That coffee, when I listed that coffee, I said, I'm gonna put 10 of those 70. I'm gonna throw 10 on eBay and I'm gonna put the other 60 on Amazon. I sold all 70 of them on Amazon.
Are you doing you're doing just merchant fulfilled, right?
Yeah, just merchant fulfilled.
See, merchant fulfilled's a little different. I don't mind that as much.
Yeah, and so
what YouTuber told you to do that?
Wasn't me.
I hope it wasn't me, because that's what got me in trouble, is credit cards. And that's why I'm a little bitter on Amazon right now. That's all. It has nothing to do with Amazon itself.
So I just want to chase locally, within the 50, 75 mile range is perfect. I want to spend a day or so a week looking for Amazon stuff. I want to spend one day off and I want to spend the rest of the time either YouTube or eBay. And so how do you pick up enough inventory? So what I'm going to do now after the show is I'm going to spend 30 minutes looking on Deal Soldier and all the different things between here. That store that I'm going to is 45 minutes from here. And so there's a couple other Walmarts on the way. So I'm going to look at all the deals that are posted and the others that I'm tracking from a few weeks ago and see what's available between here and there. And I'm going to make one trip out there, one trip back. I'm going to buy everything I can. I'm going to come home and list it. And then I'm going to start back on eBay this afternoon. And that way I've spent one day this week chasing that.
Let me say, credit cards aren't a bad thing if you can manage them correctly. I did not manage my credit cards correctly. If you're getting 5% cash, I know people use a credit card on, say, Pirate Ship to pay for their shipping. And the credit cards that we use nowadays, we pay off, within the month, so there's no interest or anything. But the credit cards I was using then, I didn't do that.
Hey, weren't you supposed to be using that stand-up desk over there for something?
Probably
It looks like it's a good place to put things.
So Harlan and I where were we at? We were at an estate sale. And that thing was half price. And I thought about buying it. Harlan thought about buying it, and he finally ended up buying it. And I think I've used it as much as he has, right?
It is being used. Look at all the stuff being stored on it. Come on.
Those monitors are worth more than you pay for the whole setup.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking about just selling the monitors on the stand and using the desk. I've been saying that for about 6 months.
Yeah, but hey, hey, watch this. I can help you with that.
Oh, jeez.
I can help you with that.
You're going straight to the girlfriend. I know what you're doing.
I would say yeah, like that.
Uh,
She's probably gonna watch this anyway, so it's all right. If you had somebody who could remind you every day to sell those monitors, I bet you get them listed.
you have a point.
I think I finally broke her because she hadn't sent me any messages lately.
Yeah, she was going to send you one the other day, and I was like, he said he was up till 2:30 doing some stuff the other day, and then he was too tired to go to the thrift stores or to somewhere. I forgot. What he was like, oh, I'm putting too much pressure on
No,
him.
I've got videos I just got to edit. So this is why I don't want to do Walmart, is because I don't have enough time to edit videos like the 3 deal soldier videos I've got. I've got another one, me going to thrift stores, and they would do fine. I would make more money on those videos than I do on all these live shows, but the live shows are easier. And then I've got eBay, I've got Amazon. Adding Walmart is just going to be another platform that I don't do very well. JT wants to know how's married life.
It's good.
Did that last video mention? Was it the one that had the Freudian slip that said Harlan's wife, or is that the next one?
I think it was the last one. Yeah, you said something like that. You just happened to slip up on that one, didn't you?
I have to humor myself somehow riding around in a car by myself. You did say you had a bunch of stuff in your living room. Look at you go.
I know. I've been listening a lot. And there's still a whole bunch.
And what happens when you listen?
It sells. Can you believe that?
Nuh-uh.
I actually bought something at a estate sale Saturday, listed it on Sunday, sold it on Monday. Unbelievable.
And made quite a bit of money on it.
I don't know why I was still there. Last day, 50% off. First thing I picked up was a Rita Hayworth doll. It was $20. Half price was $10. Sold it for $219.99.
Nice.
One day.
So Brenda, you have to hit on your remote. If you hit the middle of on mine, if you hit that little middle button, however you access your menu, and then hit the arrow up and over, you can get to the thumbs up. You can also turn
watch
on
the
and
live
mark
on the
comment.
TV.
You can also turn on and turn off comments on that same line once you access up. Dave Jarvis is at four commercials. Hey, Dave, thanks for supporting the show there. Dave and JT both got another one. So they must be on the schedule, they've slowed down some because it's an hour and 40 at 4. It was an hour. They had 3. We only got like 10 minutes left. So
I logged on and I had one within 5 minutes of turning it on.
if y'all have YouTube Red,
thank you all for supporting your YouTuber here, because
I know he's up to. I might make $9 this week. $9, but it's so important that you figure out what works for you.
Yep.
And even though there are a lot of people having great success at Walmart, and I would not discourage anyone if that's something you want to do, and you've got the time, and you're going to make that as part of your business, absolutely sell on Walmart, because there are a lot of people making money on Walmart. I just choose to do eBay and Amazon. They're what I know. I want to make more videos. I've got things recorded. I've even got them downloaded to the computer, and I've just not edited them yet. So I like to stay with things I know. How would I rather supplement? I'd rather figure out Deal Soldier and put the link out there, and then have some affiliates, because their affiliate program is pretty aggressive. So if you got an audience, and you're going to use Deal Soldier, definitely use the affiliate program because it's actually a pretty decent deal. It's one of the better ones.
Hey, Davis, if you get to Sevierville, look up Tennessee Picker. That's where he's from. Did you see his snow video? Kevin's snow video? Kevin hasn't put out videos in a long time. And
Hopefully he'll be in Nashville.
Hopefully.
So here's the deal with Nashville. A lot of people have signed up for Nashville already. The hotel is running out of room for those 2 days. And so what happens when a hotel runs out of room?
They start charging more.
The last few years. So now the hotel rate, what'd you say, 2.25 for a 2-queen room or something?
Last time I looked at it, it was $243.
$243. So there's a Country Inn and Suites around the corner that I'm probably going to stay at. They're $92 for the night.
You haven't gotten your room yet, Scott?
No, I'm sure not.
$250 a night. I'm out.
Yeah, me too.
So there's one right across the street I looked at. It's like 101, and it looks pretty nice. So
what hotel is that?
Candlewood?
The what?
Isn't there a Candlewood right around the corner?
There's a Wyndham right across from that,
there's
isn't
4
there?
or 5 right there.
The Wyndham we stayed at the first year.
Yeah.
It was nice. No,
There's
And
one
it's right
of them
across
that
the
has
street from there.
one has the doors on the outside. That just looks sketch to me. I don't know. Maybe it's not.
Should I go hatless? No, I should never go hatless.
But
So,
there's one across the street. I can't remember. It's Wyndham or something like that.
The Wyndham
there's a Wyndham that we stayed at the first time.
The Wyndham is across the street. It's nice. It's been a little remodeled. It's a little older, but it's nice.
I like the Wyndham. But
$101. So you can get 2 nights.
So
I
we
will
want to tell
not be
everybody.
attending this year.
I'll do the Wyndham. Is that where we want to stay? The Wyndham just right up. It's almost in the same block.
You can easily walk back and forth or drive.
I think the last time we were there, the Thrifting Brothers stayed at the Holiday Inn Express, which is where everybody's staying this time, and we were staying
Right.
at the Wyndham, and they walked right across. If I remember correctly, they walked right across the street.
I'll look at that tonight, Scott. We'll figure out a good one and then put
We'll
in.
tell you-
We'll
tell you Friday
night. Where we're staying.
Friday night. We'll tell them Friday night.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm not attending this year. It's just not going to be in the cards because of the way things have gone down in the last couple. We actually considered, but see you next year, I guess. I keep saying that, but
Tim, you said use my AARP discount. I actually got AARP the other day because I got a huge discount on my cell phone rate. He said, sign up for AARP. It's $12 for a year.
are we that age already that we can do that?
35.
At 45, yeah.
35.
Oh, is it 35 now?
30, he said 35 years old. You can sign up.
Man, are we old?
Yeah, it was $12, and he said it saves you. It was a whole bunch of money when I did my
On Verizon?
No, AT&T.
Okay.
Martha says she rented an Airbnb.
Some people do that. Yeah.
Well, I'll be at the Holiday Inn Express. I've already booked my room.
So JT, either the Country Inn and Suites or the which it's a little farther around. It's probably half a mile.
We'll figure it out before Friday show, and Scott say on Friday.
Let me be the first to say this, even though I'm not going and not staying there. I'm not an eBay seller, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night. Now, nobody can use the joke because I did.
Yeah, let's see. Even through ISU, let's see how bad
I get credit for it.
search for hotels. I don't want to do it in Meridianville.
I would like to go. I really would. I every time I've gone, it's been such a great, experience.
Yeah, I'll tell you how bad it is. It's 25th to 27th. Continuing with 2 nights.
I don't get it either, Lag, but I heard it once.
Search hotels.
50s is the new 40s. Chastity.
So they have a Holiday Inn runs the Candlewood Suites, and they're around the corner too. They're 106. They're 160 a night.
You want to feel really old? Archie and Edith Bunker were only in their 40s.
Yeah,
That's wild.
yeah. Harlan,
Yeah, and
Harlan is correct. 241 a night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nope. And especially it's on 2 nights. I mean, hell, it's 500. That's not even counting the lodging tax. Probably it's
Yeah.
probably 550, $600.
Yeah,
I'm
so
ha- yeah, I'm halfway through my 50s almost, Chastity. So it's good.
yeah, I think I go. It's 56 in a couple months. Still mid 50s. When do you reach upper 50s? Is that
Yeah,
57?
you're in your later 50s now.
You're on the
Sorry.
slide.
Yeah.
Slipping and sliding.
Slip,
Uh,
slide,
I
man away.
yeah, JT. That was my IHG account. And I don't have a lot of points anymore, but yeah, it's because they naturally raise the rates as they run out of room. Should have booked it earlier, but that's all right.
Well, you figure, I mean, it's still over 3 months away, right?
With all your YouTube money, what the hell are you worried about?
I know that $8 today. I can maybe do it in a couple weeks.
We
I
are
mean,
on.
you're raking in the dough today, so $9.
I know, right? I might make $9.
If you just go up $1 every week.
Goodlettsville, Tennessee. We'll use hotels.com. Why not? Since they sponsor the ad on this, whatever it is, we'll make them pay for the ad that we're not going to actually.
Seems like there's quite a few
So April
people going to
25th to
this year.
27th. The Courtyard by Marriott. Which one were we talking about? The Wingate is 100. The Wingate right now is 101.
I think that's the one I was looking at, but I was confused. I've got it up on my other computer right here. Let me, because it kept showing me.
It says we have
Wingate,
one left. They have one left at 36 off. The Country Inn and Suites is 105. They have 2 left.
Yeah, Wingate by Wyndham. That's the one I was looking at.
That's the one, yeah.
But what gets me is you go to different sites, it shows 2 different places. That's what I was confused on. Unless they
If I was going to spend that kind of money, I'd stay at the town place because you got a full kitchenette and all kinds of stuff on that one. They're much bigger rooms. They're 189. The total will include taxes 189. The total include taxes is 456. That's insane. That the taxes are $67. Dang.
They must have revamped it because I've got what confused me is okay. There's one. See the color of it. You see it says
Yeah, that's the way I remember it.
The Wyndham? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wyndham did a remodel before we were in Nashville last year.
and then here's another picture.
I
Is
don't
this the
remember.
new one right here? Is that it's white? The whole building is white.
Well, Jake said they did a remodel, so
Yeah, so I guess that's what it was.
Yeah. Before we were there in April of last year.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all. I see it here on hotels. It's all white now
Yep.
Okay.
with a gray bottom.
Yep.
Well, if it's $101 and across the street, yeah, that's where I'll more than likely be.
We will just go ahead and say that. Now we can go ahead and book that room now.
If there's only one left, wait a little bit. Let me get that one.
But this is on hotels.com. I mean, each one of those sites has certain.
I think I went directly to their website.
Who owns
Most
Wyndham?
of the time you can get the same deal on their website, but not.
Who owns Wyndham?
Wyndham is the thing.
Wingate by Wyndham, isn't it?
Wingate's a low location, right?
I really liked that place. I liked the lobby, and there was
Mhm.
a lot of room for us to talk and stuff when we were there.
The
I don't know that
the
Holiday
Holiday
Inn
Inn
Express
Express
does that.
has even more room in the
Does
lobby.
it?
Yeah, in the lobby.
Are they okay with everybody down there like we were? And
We did it last year.
Oh yeah, we were. What was it, about 20 people, 25 people
At least.
drinking?
it sounds like there's a lot more people going this year.
Yeah, it does sound like a lot more.
The rooms were about sold out. That was pretty wild. Either that or they just said, "Hey, what's going on? Raise prices."
It could be. Let's sell these
So-
expensive rooms first.
And you're not going to be in there for, 6, 7, 8 hours. It's like
Right.
paying.
I have a hard time spending even $100 a night when you're just staying in a room. I mean, you're not doing anything in there. You might be in there just to sleep.
Unless you're Joni, she'll spend the whole weekend in there.
Well, Marcia spends a lot more time in the room than I do because she goes to bed early, but so she gets more use out of it. But
Yeah, especially with her ankle. All right. This makes for an exciting video here. All right, so if you're interested, the link for our Deal Soldiers going through WHOP is down below. I tried to see if there's any other way, but that's the only way.
right.
It's definitely worth it. I will carry the camera and show you about the Lego. And then
Is Deal Soldier new or is it?
it's
has it
been around
around?
at least a year or two.
Okay, so it's a good tried and true type thing. So, well, not tried and true, but
It's been
it's
a
not
while.
like
It's been
an
around.
upstart or anything. But it sounds like it's good. Sounds like it works well. I'll have to look
I'm
into
having
it.
a pretty decent. I found enough to pay for it for the rest of the year. So
That's worth it. I have to decide where my future is with what type of reselling I want to do before I start making those kind of decisions. But
What other
I was
stores?
hoping they had a free trial, or they have a 7-day free trial. I could try it, but
Yeah.
What other stores besides Walmart's on there, Scott? They're asking.
Lowe's, Home Depot, and Target.
Yeah. I'm gonna use it for Lowe's just for my real estate stuff.
you could probably get some cheap doorknobs.
Oh yeah.
But it's been good so far. Let's say I bought drills, vacuum cleaners, coffee, those razor blades and screwdrivers, some other Turtles toys, something electronics. I forget what it was. But there's quite a bit.
Is it like a crowdsourced thing, or is it more?
They give a lot of the deals in the Discord, and a lot of people also show you what they bought to. So there's the Discord's a ton of information. That's the biggest difference between it and the way that tech bargain or whatever it was, the other one used to work.
I didn't know if the software is scraping these websites, finding the deals, or is it people finding the deals and then posting?
People are finding them because you see a lot of the same hands in the pictures. The guy wears a big green watch.
That was a question I had, in case I want to build my own Deal Soldier and sell it to you guys. That's
all right, everyone. I hope y'all have a Merry Christmas. We'll see you Friday night. Hopefully, I'll have a video out tomorrow showing y'all about. If not this, I'll have the coffee video out. I'll have something out. May the force be with you. Yeah, way better than Brickstick. I haven't used Brickstick in years.
Yeah, Brickstick is practically worthless at this point.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to hit this.
Sweetwater.
For more awesome content, like and subscribe now.